The content you're about to enjoy comes from the archives of The Best You. We're devoted to the very best in personal development, with a platform and resources dedicated to inspiring and changing people's lives. At The Best You, we work with the world's leading writers and trainers on the evolution of the self, and people whose journeys have been affected by their work and words. These Best You EXPO talks are recorded in front of a live audience in a live event. We highly recommend that you focus on the message. As they say, what you focus on expands. Enjoy. Calum Best. Calum is a TV personality and entertainer. He co-founded the Best Me Life Journal with his partner, Mark Joseph. The Best Me Life Journal bridges the gap between a daily planner, a notebook, a gratitude journal, and a goal planner. It aims at helping users to take the steps towards achieving goals and staying positive through future planning, and it helps users overcome procrastinations and become more productive, channeling into the power of positive thinking and self-development. Calum has used the Best Me Life Journal for the past 7 years to take steps towards achieving his own goals, and he spoke at the Best You EXPO about a Best Me Life, exploring themes of productivity, mindfulness and self-belief, as well as sharing secrets about beating procrastination in order to achieve your goals. Calum is just a really great guy. He's obviously had an interesting life, ups and downs, and him and his partner have been involved in supporting the Best You EXPO for quite a few years, and we're massive fans of the journal, and we highly endorse it and recommend it. Apart from that, Calum and Mark won the award, the Best You Award for the upcoming product related to personal and professional growth, and we're just delighted to have him in our circle. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy this really great casual talk from Calum and Mark. All the best.
And I want you to give a huge, warm London welcome to Calum Best and Mark Joseph.
Thank you for coming. How you finding the expo so far? Yeah, good. It's funny, on the way here today, I started thinking to myself, life is good. You know, go in there and be upbeat, be happy, and be positive. Because I find that a lot of times we do these talks, I will track backwards to like these dark times, and I'm finding it's just so draining on me. But then I realized, you know, in order to get to a good place, sometimes you have to speak up and out about the troubled times. And so it was really important for me to realize to myself that, you know, everybody's got a story. Everybody's got something, and nobody's is any less important than the other ones. So I wanted to kind of start with that and say, if anybody was here, you know, and they felt like they'd been through something, but it wasn't as bad as the next person, it's all equal to wanting to better yourself, really. So nobody should be ashamed if their story is bad or if they don't think they can speak up about it, because our main purpose in our business and these talks is to try to advise and guide and let people know it's okay to talk about problems. And I think there's a huge mind shift going on at the moment, where people are starting to accept it's alright to be mindful of yourself, it's alright to be mindful of other people, and to get these thoughts and feelings out if you want to better yourself, and by better yourself, better the lives of people around you. So that's our main goal. So I'd like you guys today to be as interactive with us as possible. A huge thing for us is getting feedback from you as well. So straight off the bat, I'll ask, does anybody have a story that they think could help and inspire others, just in their life in general? Do you feel like they've been through something that you think could help with other people as well? Back there, do you feel the same as well? Do you find it easy to express the thoughts and the feelings that you think could help other people? Yeah? Good. I think it's really important right now for people to speak up and speak out, because with relatability and with understanding, people can heal themselves and they can heal people around them. So, on that note, Mark and I created the Best Me Life Journal.
Hi, everyone.
This is my business partner and best mate, Mark Joseph.
I'll introduce myself a bit later.
After I talk for days.
Yeah.
Cut me off anytime, please, because I literally can talk for hours about this stuff. A little background on how this came about. For me personally, I talk about a life journey that I've been on, where things were good, and then with a tragic moment, they went bad. And with that tragic moment, I lost all my self-belief. So I was born and raised in California. Life was good. Raised by a single mom, grew up in Malibu. Everything was fine. Happy young kid. I moved to London when I was about 19, 20 years old to get to know my father. Long story short, my dad passed away. And when my dad passed away, I lost all hope. It was literally, I thought, screw the world, fingers up, don't care what anybody thinks or what anybody says. And it ate away at me all day, every day for 6 or 7 years. I was drinking, I was doing drugs. It was a downward spiral of hell, to be honest with you. I remember, this got brought up recently, I did a talk on Lorraine, and they brought up this moment. I remember telling my mom, I was 24, and I went for dinner with my mom. We went to my dad's local Chinese restaurant to try to rekindle this enjoyable moment. And I looked at her and I said, Mom, I'm not going to make it till I'm 30. And she started crying. And I look back at that now and think, you poor woman. So I wanted to let you know about the dark side, the real low moments, to know that at some point, hopefully not, but at some point, people will go through some sort of upset, tragedy, something that really, really gets you down. For me, it was a loss of a parent. Some people it might be divorce. Some people it might be a loss of a job. Whatever it is, there's that real low point that will hit you and knock you for 6. But with our journal, we wanted to bring some tools and some guidance to say these are some potentially really good tools that all of you here probably know about already. Because if you've already taken the step to come here, you already quite understand the healing, the growing process that it is. So I remember I went to do a TV show once called In Therapy. Did anybody see the show In Therapy? Did you see that? Did you see my one? You're such a narcissist. Did you see my one? Right, so you saw it as well? Did you enjoy it? Not so much. She goes, no. Yeah, of course. Well, I think that's what's so important about doing those things, is that when you can see it in somebody else, as much as it might trigger you to go, oh good, oh God, I feel it hopefully can help guide you in the right direction. I hope, anyway. That's where I find I'm at right now. I've been through all sorts of stuff, some ups and some downs, and nothing has ever felt as right as it does by trying to help other people. Guidance, and I always put myself down, I go, I'm no guru, but then I thought to myself, Jesus, I am a guru. I've been through hell and back, and now I see the light. And that's why now I want to talk about the good, uplifting, positive stuff, but to get to that, you have to backtrack, and you have to remind people about what you've been through so they know there's validation in it. So I remember I went to this In Therapy show, and I'm going, oh, she's here for all the wrong reasons, we're on TV, she doesn't care. I'm such a pessimist. And she says, what do you have tattooed on your hands? I said, it says gentleman. She said, well, what does gentleman mean to you? And I said, well, that's how my mother raised me. It means to be polite to other people, respectful to other people. And she said, no, it means to be a gentleman to yourself. And I was blown away by that, because I never took care of myself. I never thought, let's see how you feel. Let's put you first. Let's people please everybody. Your dad's an icon. Live up to that shit. Live up to that. Excuse my swearing for the kids in the room. That was a real turning point for me. That was about 7 years ago. And then another moment, I was walking down the street. I won't go into too much detail because we could be here for hours, but I was walking down the road. I'd been on a downward spiral for 7 or 8 years, and my mom came back to the country, and I went to see her. I hadn't seen her for years. I was ashamed. I was so unhealthy. I was so sick. And I went to see her, and she said, son, let's go for a walk. And she said, put your arm in mine. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't put my arm in her arm. I was so embarrassed. I was ashamed. The demons were alive. And during that time of having that family member with me that I hadn't had around for a long time, it was when I realized my spirituality, because I opened up myself and I reached out to the universe and I said, universe, I want help. I want to make these changes right now. And straight away the universe gave me an opportunity, like literally days away, and it showed me how much the power of the universe is really there. And I'm a strong believer in that. As soon as I wanted to change, the change came to me with a documentary called Brought Up by Booze. for BBC. I spent 6 months. I mean, I was lost. I was so damaged. But I went on this journey for 6 months. I traveled around the UK and I met other kids, children of alcoholics, other charities, and we all had so much in common. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not alone. All these years I've been dealing with stuff myself, and it's just been eaten away. There's relatability here. That person's struggling. I'm sorry to hear you're struggling, but we have something in common. We can heal together. We can discuss these things and get better together. So my huge message for me is get the feelings out, get the thoughts out. If you can't talk about it, put it in a journal. That's why we created the journal, because we wanted to give a tool to say talking about this stuff is not easy. But with this journal, we can help set goals, we can help manifest, we can help visualize. And I know that sounds like a pitch, and I'm actually not even here to sell. I'm here to just sell my life story to the people that want to find a way to better themselves. That's the most important thing for me. That's where I feel, I know it is making me, I do apologize, but that's where I feel like my life path is right now, and it's never made more sense than it does. So I appreciate all of you for being here. I appreciate your time. So, this is my business partner, Mark. Mark, you want to say a few words?
Hi, so I think we're getting into journals. So I think Calum hit the nail on the head. So I come from a different world to Calum. We've been friends for about 10 years now. My history is I ran a media agency. So I ran that since 2011. I left that in 2017. And running a business was probably one of the most mentally draining things ever. I'd never experienced mental health issues at all before that. I'd always been a happy person, and suddenly I got brought into this world where I had to manage my daily to-do list, task list, and my own mind. I didn't know how to express it or how to manage my time and how that related back to my home life. So when I go home and talk to family, they'd be like, "How's your day?" It was always "My day's rubbish, my day's rubbish, my day's rubbish," and I never looked on the wins. It was always negative. And so that has an effect. It had a health effect on myself as well. So from that, I actually developed a heart condition. But I won't go into that in too much depth. But it just goes to show you how much your mind can affect your physical. And unless you get a check on it and really whittle down and really talk about it, get organised and structured, it eats away your health. So thankfully I learned that early on. So now, I use my journal every day. We both use our journal, and we developed this across six key techniques, which kind of helped me in business, and also helped Calum on his journey. So as we go through the journal later, we'll see these, but they're mainly based around meditation, exercise, goal setting, affirmations, journaling, and visualizations. Really simple, and we all know what all of them are, right? But when you put them into one easy-to-use tool, it's so powerful, and I can't live without it. It keeps me productive as opposed to being responsive to what everyone else wants from me on a daily basis. We'll go through it shortly.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about these things on the TV now. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody here knows of them. Should we start with meditation? Anybody in here meditate?
If you're interested in speaking, exhibiting, or getting involved in the largest personal development expos in the world, contact us today at www.thebestyouexpo.com or send us an email to info@thebestyou.co.
Good. Amazing. That's the best response we've had so far. Does anybody want to share what they do to meditate with us? Amazing.
I'm a newly qualified mindfulness teacher. So my life started out from a perspective of being in a really stressful job in a corporate environment. And I was really fortunate. I got made redundant about 5 years ago. And I decided to change my life completely and go down the route of trying to reduce stress in my life and other people's lives. And mindfulness meditation has completely changed my life, completely. Particularly stress reduction program. Steph,
thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share some? Yep. What's your name? Robert?
So something I picked up quite recently. I've been trying to meditate for forever. I think it's 5 years or more. I never, because my mind is always racing. I didn't find the value in just sitting. I would just get angry at myself. So I found a meditation that people can check out. It's compassionate meditation. So if you Google that, you'll find all types of books and so on. But it's basically saying, okay, I have a struggle. thank you for the struggle. It's basically saying, okay, thank you, universe, God, whatever. For that struggle, now I can grow from it. And so I thank the people that were mean to me for testing my character, basically, or things of that nature. And it just helps me. I just think of that. And that's what I do. Love that.
That's good. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else got some meditation tools they use that could help? Yeah, go on.
Hi, my name's Danny. So I got to meditation for a whole year. I did 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night for a whole year. And I just had fun with it. Basically, I recommend you have fun with meditations and put it towards something positive. You can create whatever you want to create in your mind. And I recommend you do it before bedtime as well. Because then it goes into what you do in the morning to start off your day. We'll do it at night time and it goes into your subconscious more.
With Danny, I think with our journal as well, we try to sit, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you practice as well, so excuse me if I'm repeating what you already know, but it's really about laying these things down so people can understand. But morning gratitude, just like morning meditation, as soon as you wake up to meditate, it sets the blueprint for your day. I know myself, I wake up, oh God, Bill, stress, what, As soon as you put that little thing in check and say, I am grateful for this moment, or calm your brain and make yourself peaceful, then it can really help. Cheers, Danny.
Absolutely. I think it's about following what Calum said, finding a morning routine as well. So my morning routine is getting up, and I used to have my emails on through the night, and so I'd wake up to go to the bathroom at like 3 in the morning, or wake up at 6, and straight away look at my phone and see all these emails from America or through the night. Bad news, good news, whatever it is. Sorry.
Bailiff's email, American Express. You're like, oh, I just want to sleep.
Exactly, right? And so what I do now is I turn my emails off, I turn my WhatsApp off, put my phone in airplane mode, and I don't actually take my phone on emails again until I've done my workout, I've meditated, and I've done what I need to do for myself, and then I put my phone up, because I sort myself out, now I can deal with everyone else.
Exactly.
That's what it's about.
Exercise. So, I know this has been said for ages and ages, but does anybody find that exercise is a key factor for their, what's some of your favorite things to do? Just throw that one out there. Boxing, I love that one as well. Boxing, you can take a lot of aggression out. You don't actually realize you're working out. That actually brings me to something. A lot of times we get some messages saying, how do we make it to the gym? We're uncomfortable in the gym. But I think classes are a great thing, because classes, they're all like-minded people. I think it's all people in there to want to do the same thing, And as much as the brain plays all sorts of tricks on you, you think there's judgment, but there's not. Everybody in there is there to better their health. So all you got to do is put your head down, and even if at one point I was no eye contact with people, it's so uncomfortable, but I swear the next person to you is probably thinking the same thing. So if you just look at them with a nod, are you enjoying this as well? You get a good reaction and a good feedback too. So exercise is a game changer. I think, it keeps your endorphins going. For me, it structures my day. I should do more of it. I do not practice as much as I preach, to be honest with you. But anybody else want to share some good exercises they like? Anything a bit different? Swimming? Yeah, it's a great one. Sorry? Apps on your phone? Very useful at home? Yeah, nice one. Go on. Sorry? 100 push-ups. Nice. That's impressive. Go on. Every day. Wow, man. Nice. So 100 push-ups might sound a lot, but he breaks it down into 5 sets. I like that. That's like me doing cardio. I'm going, all right, there's 30 minutes left. So that's 2 minutes at the end of my head, right? But yeah, nice one. Thank you for sharing. Yoga. Nice. Anybody else here practice yoga? Yeah? Nice. Yoga's new to me, but I love what it does to calm my brain. Because just like you, my brain is all over the place. As you can tell, because I talk 1,000 miles an hour. Next one.
Goal setting.
So, I was blown away. When we launched this journal, we talked about goal setting, and nobody had a clue what we were talking about. And I don't mean to laugh, but it's one of those things where it made me realize how much help there is to be done, and that's why these events do so well, because people are looking for ideas and plans to set goals, and it's such a simple thing to do, really. And in the journals, we'll explain it to you in a bit, we break it down into little sections just so it's not too overwhelming. But does anybody here set goals for themselves? Yeah? Do you want to share with us?
So at the moment I'm in between careers. So my goals are actually just daily goals. Just to do meditation in the morning, try and do some exercise, try and do a bit of journaling. That just keeps me going.
Keep it simple, like that.
Something happened recently, and I don't think too far ahead because it's like overwhelming for me at the moment. But I think I'm achieving every day the goals I want.
Small goals, one day at a time.
Over there, yeah.
So I set goals on a Sunday in a group, coaching group. So it makes me accountable to the people in the group and to my coach. So we set weekly goals and hit them, if they hit them during the week. And also on Tuesday we do like a breakthrough with struggling with any sort of goal. Tuesday. So
And do you have an accountability coach within your group?
yes, I do. Yeah. So I coach a group as well, so they're accountable to me as well on a Saturday. So I think it's really important.
That's really what's in our journal. We call the journal your accountability partner, because you write down your goals, and we have goals around different areas of your life, career and finance, health, family, and it's really just keeping yourself accountable and reviewing those constantly, not just getting weighted onto one side where it could be career and finance and your marriage is failing, just making sure you're looking at all the different areas of your journal.
Affirmations, great one for me. Yeah, already. Me too. When we launched this journal, I hadn't journaled for years. I mean, I still sometimes struggle to get this down every single day. But in that, when I was quitting smoking, it was about the same time when we launched this journal. And every single day I wrote down, I am a non-smoker, I am a non-smoker. I'm not saying the journal, there's no scientific facts that the journal made me quit. But it was something about putting that pen to paper and reminding myself, I would always go, no, I am a non-smoker, I am a non-smoker. Did anybody do any affirmations today? Does anybody want to share what their affirmations were today? Yeah? Go on then, I like it.
A list.
Awesome.
So I'm enough. I love money.
At least you're honest about it, I love that.
And just things like self-belief. I'm happy. Just loads. But funny enough, I didn't know what you guys created before this, and that's exactly what I do. So.
And do you do it with I am? Do you do affirmations with I am?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But it's important to have something, because my journal is just full of all of that. So to actually have it together, I think so.
With the journal, we kind of just start it, lead it, so you can finish it. But on that affirmation, it reminds me, how much progression is being made in this country of people wanting to better themselves, open up their mind, open their soul, heal their heart, heal everything on the inside. I remember 6 years ago, I went to a therapist, I think for acupuncture or something, but she ended up being a mind therapist, and she says to me, I was so bad at the time, like I said, no eye contact, I was so paranoid, so stressed, so lost. She said, I want you every day to look in the mirror and say, I am a beautiful man and I deserve to do well. And I was like, there is no chance I'm going to do that. But with growth and with healing, with talking to people, these things become more acceptable. There is nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with being a man, looking in the mirror and say, I deserve to do well. But a lot of people struggle it because they've been through trauma, or they've been through a real, a family background that keeps you locked down and keeps you locked down. So it's okay to open up. And we are so trying to take the bull by the horns and let people know, especially young men as well, that it's okay. But I see the opening there, because we get messages on Instagram, we want to know more. And I'm like, so the interest is there, they just don't fully know how to express it yet. So we want to try to help them express it best we can.
Having promoted more than 600 speakers and more than 65,000 people attend my seminars and courses and workshops and expos, having read so many books and attended so many courses, I really realized that the basics of personal, professional growth is based on the power of the question. Asking yourself empowering questions. Read my new book, The Question, Find Your True Purpose. It's based on my work, 30 years of entrepreneurship, all the experiences that I have, my manifesto, and what's really important. So for more information, go to www.thequestion.co.
Journaling. Does anybody here journal? Yeah? Is it a certain kind of journal? Yeah? Wow. Every day for 20 years. That's a lot of pressure on our journal there.
What journal do you use? Just the empty one, you just fill out yourself. Okay, cool.
Even if I'm being terrible, I'll just write one sentence. I'll do it every single day. I started when I was 10 and now 30. And I often read back, not the ones when I was like 13, they're awful. But back back to my early 20s especially, and just you can piece together what went wrong and what went right, and it's just such a great way to go forward.
Yeah, totally. I do the same. I journal every day in our journals, and they only last 3 months because they're set on a 3-month goal period. But being able to go back and look at where you were 6 months ago and look at what you put in your goal section, look where you are now, it's quite scary to see that you do achieve a lot of stuff. And hence why I put the win section in, because I'm quite a positive person, but when it comes to being ambitious, I think if we're all quite ambitious people, you all think you're underachieving constantly, right? So you'll get to the end of the day and you'll be like, I've achieved nothing today. Absolute waste of the day. We're really truly probably closed a deal, you probably secured something else and done some really good stuff at work, and it's really good, but you maybe had 1 or 2 bad conversations, and it's really taking note of those positive wins and just making sure you really listen to them and pat yourself on the back. And I need to hear this myself, because I'm the worst for it. I always think I'll never do good enough, but really truly when you stop and look back 6 months ago, you've come a long way, and take heed of that and just enjoy yourself. We're only here for a short time.
Visualization. Yeah, over there. I am a huge believer in this. I put myself in the moment. I smell it. I feel it. The whole thing. How do you do it, my love?
It's really funny because I had a conversation before I came here with a friend of mine, and I said to her, I'm going to visualise being here because, as I said to you earlier, I bumped into you, but I came here to look for you, to talk to you guys, and I visualised sitting, listening, meeting. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. So, straight into the journals. We'll just give you a quick rundown of this, and then we'll end on something nice. But
just to touch on that visualization, does anyone do vision boards as part of the visual? Awesome. Love that. And when you're doing the vision boards, have you achieved anything on your vision board? You have. Love that. And how long have you been doing it for? 7 years.
I feel like everybody's beat us to the journaling poster. We're like, we've got this new journaling business, and everyone's like, well, we've been doing it for 20 years. Yeah?
But I love that. I only started vision boarding probably about a year ago, but it's so powerful. It's in my bedroom, at the end of my bed, taking place of where my mirror used to be. I've just put it up there, so I wake up to this vision board and I can see what I need to go for. It really helps. It's just literally, it's personal to you. So taking out, it could be cutouts, it could be words of affirmations, it could be, I am happy as words, and it could be a picture of your dream house, it could be, your family, just things that you want to happen, and just making sure you see it before it happens, because it can't happen unless you see it, right? So yeah, exactly. Awesome. So we created our Best Me Life journal, and we'll take you through it now. Each journal is based on 2 aspects: productivity and mindfulness. Because we believe that being disciplined helps mental health, helps your mental state, and just being productive kind of ties into being mindful at the same time.
So on the left-hand side, that we split it into 2. Mark took the left side of productivity, I took the right side of mindfulness. So if you want to explain it.
Yeah, sure. So on the productivity side, we start the day off, we leave the day empty, so you don't feel pressured if you miss a day. You feel that you might only use it 1 day a week, There's a word for your day, so in our old journal, this is actually a quote, but we want to leave that empty for you. I'll put my own words, so one day I'll put execute, one day I'll put machine, so I don't feel anxious and I'm not emotional about decisions I've got to make. That will be personal to me. So 5 to 9, that could be you time. So you mentioned focus on yourself first. So you may want to meditate, you may want to work out, get your push-ups in, and then turn your phone on and then get to work. So 9 to 12 will be whatever you've got to do that day. But we put it in 4 or 5 time chunks, so you're not overwhelmed with a massive long list of action points as everyone else has to do this, right? You probably worked to do this, but you probably close off like 4 or 5 of the day. You never ever get to the end of it. So here we focus on 3 or 4 outcomes. So it's result-based outcomes. So you're only focusing on the thing you want out of what you're actually doing. Keeps you focused. So that's really it. We call it time chunking. So that's our productivity side.
And then the mindfulness side, very proud of this one. Absolutely love it. Who doesn't love a positive quote? Every day's got a positive quote. Morning gratitude, like I said to you guys already. Perfect time to start is as soon as you wake up. Kill that anxiety dead in its tracks. I am grateful for beautiful home, my loving family. A section that reminds you to be mindful of yourself, mindful of others. I know that word is everywhere at the moment, but there's a real shift going on, and people are wanting to take better care of themselves and better people around them. And I think mindfulness is a great thing. And it's funny because I went on to Jeremy Vine's show, and they were talking about mindfulness in schools, and somebody was like, "Oh, it costs too much to teach that." And I was like, it's not even something that costs money or needs to be, it's just practicing being a good person and being thoughtful of yourself, you know? Mind the chair. It's that simple. I look at it like, mind that. Yeah, so mind other people, mind yourself, be mindful. It's not like this whole new thing nobody's never heard of. It's just about putting it into practice and into play. Goals, 3-month, 6-month, 12-month, big scary goal. And then the evening, we break it down into sections. So the morning would be gratitude, then the evening's wins for the day. I'll go home and write down talking in front of an audience. You know, as much as we love this, I still get nervous doing it. And I will write down my win for the day is conquering a fear, getting up there and talking in front of people. And with each one of those times I write that down, it'll help me the next time that I do it. I am, at the bottom, right before you go to bed, I am a good man. I deserve to do well.
Yes.
Yeah. I can talk for hours.
Yeah.
And then daily productivity score, daily happiness score. That's our journal. That's the adult's journal. And then we'll quickly go into the kids' one, and I think our time is done. So we launched with the adult's journal, and then we realized how important it was to have a child's journal as well. I do a lot of talks about children of alcoholics this week, especially is Children of Alcoholics Week. It's a very important time and topic for me. And I realized how important it was to reach out to the youth and try to help the youth, try to not be as potentially damaged as some people today, not talking about these things when they were younger. So why we are so proud of this the most is that we came up with this concept, and we now have just become official partners of the NSPCC, and that's the biggest UK leading charity. So to know that our baby and our potential of wanting to help others is now in the biggest UK charity is very rewarding, and I hope it could potentially help other kids. And what I like about it as well is it's an opportunity for parents to see and understand how their kids feel, without being intrusive. Their kids can write down what they're feeling, what they're thinking that day, and then the parent can look at it and monitor and see how their kid is. Just like the adults, but a bit more simple. Daily school tasks, home tasks, weekly goals, mindful. Today I'm thankful for, I will improve, what I enjoyed the most, what I did to make somebody else happy. And those, everybody, are our Best Me Life journals.
Really simple. Yeah, not really simple, really effective. So yeah, we've actually got a testimonial video.
Hi guys. So I've been a Best Me Life ever since Christmas, and this journal has really made a difference to my life already. I spent so long being anxious, stressed, and pretty much being negative about absolutely everything. But since writing the journal every day, I have managed to focus on my daily tasks, and it's also helped me focus on my short-term and long-term goals. I love completing the morning gratitude section of the journal. This really helps me look at all the positive things that I've got going on in my life. Anyone who follows me knows that I love an inspirational quote, and the inspirational quotes in this journal are really, really great for motivation. I would recommend the Best Me Life journal to anyone, so go and take a look, guys, and remember, you owe it to yourself to be the best you that you can possibly be.
So that's really, we've got a club on Instagram predominantly, Best Me Lifers. So we all get together, we all share stories, show progress in each other's journeys, their goals and stuff. So we get a lot of these videos. We're really conversational with everyone that follows us. So give us a follow on Instagram at the Best Me Life, and we'll have a conversation.
What was the last one? Next page.
Some more Best Me Lifers.
That's our testimonial from the kids. So overall, that's it, everybody. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming. We hope you take something positive away from this. Any questions anybody had? Yeah, please. Is there a digital version? Not at the moment. We were really keen and we wanted to keep it real pen to paper, kind of keeping it old school, getting your thoughts and feelings down. I think all you know there's something that triggers your brain about putting pen to paper, but there could be in the future, but for now it's just written. Question? I mean, if I'm honest with you, I couldn't try to not promote and be my business if I didn't live it, so I use this. And there was a point actually where I stopped using it, and I saw Mark was active with it, and I got back down, I put my head down every morning I did it, and I noticed they got me back on track. It's simple, I just use this to kind of keep my life in order, really, which is pretty manic, but I like it as a tool.
Right. Yeah, you can buy them here. So you can buy them in the bookshop, or we're based over there, our stand's over there, and they are £25. So yeah, the kids' ones are a bit cheaper. I think it's 22. So yeah, come out and see us.
Any other questions? Right, thank you everybody. Thank you for coming.
Thanks guys.
For more information, go to www.thebestyou.co.